Greetings. Concerning the unexpected death of Kathy Krajco, I want to say this based on my research. Her death was caused by health issues. She had a premature death caused by narcissistic abuse. So I'm going to read, and I will put the link in the video description. And by the way, I accept no comments on my channel anymore. I'm going to read now. Somebody asked me a few days ago, I just read online that it was a natural causes. Why do you think there is a mystery behind Kathy Krajco's passing? My reply, thank you for asking. Basically, 1. In all the videos about Kathy Krajco's work from the channel Liberty and Victory for Evil, Narcissism Victors, it starts like this, quote, Kathy Krajco was of the first survivors who talked about narcissistic abuse under her real name. She died unexpectedly in her home in 2008. She was 56 years old. I suspect the narc hive mind was behind her death. In the video's description, as well as each single video speaking about Kathy Krajco. 2. Honey Badger says so as well in a video titled Narcissism, Kathy Krajco Wisdom, published on November 4, 2016. Video description. Kathy Krajco wrote an online book about narcissism called What Makes Narcissist Tick. Kathy died of supposedly a heart problem when her narcissistic blister, this is what it is written, lived across the street from her. Then her Narchole sister died a couple of years interrogation mark later on the same exact day as her death and or her birthday. Total weirdness. Lisette on HouseofMirrors.blogspot has an excellent assessment on these events as well. End of the quote. Copied word for word integrally, not even correcting the mistakes to keep it integral. 3. Kim Wilson TV's research under her video, The Narcissists Are Getting Worse. Her reply to me, this is a fascinating comment. We have never talked about Kathy Krajco here at this channel, though I have researched her a little and the claims of a mysterious death. She was a well-known narc blogger that had been horribly abused. When she died very unexpectedly at age 56 from unknown causes, the readers of her blog didn't buy the explanation, and many of them got together and did some investigative work on their own. They got copies of police reports, coroner reports, autopsy reports, and began a collective investigation. To the best of my knowledge, though I didn't get too deep into the research, they concluded she was killed from a psychic, narcissistic attack of some sort, like evil narc energy killed her, claiming she had been under attack for exposing them and her spirit and energy are very low from the abuse, and it made her an easy kill target. I have read several very long threads created by her supporters that investigated her death and I think they all concluded she was the victim of a narc attack, smear campaign, slash smear campaign, slash psychic vampire attack on her spirit, mind, and soul. Ending the paragraph with, it is one of the most sad and interesting stories from within our global community. Posted by Anna Valerius, labeled Kathy Krajco Safe Project, Thursday, May 22, 2008. Kathy Krajco. I'm sure that the faithful readers of Kathy Krajco's blog received the terrible sad news of her unexpected death on May 9, 2008. It was brought to my attention on May 14 by one of the readers of both my and Kathy's blog. So I have all the reasons to believe this is the case. If I am adding my own experience of narcissistic abuse on top of it, maybe a projection possible. Let's just skip that. Jody said, Thursday, March the 13th, 2008, doing justice to the normal children of narcissists. As I mentioned before, I am the child of a malignant narcissist. Now, can I have a sister of nearly the same age who is a malignant narcissist? Of course, but how could that ever be happen if conventional wisdom is correct? Indeed, if having a parent with NPD causes NPD, how can there be so many normal children of narcissists? I think it's about time us normal children of narcissists demand our due. I say to all the narcissist excusers, do us justice or feel our wrath. Get your niggardly mitts of the credit due me to turning out the way I did. Yes, you're robbing me of the credit I deserve when you excuse the child who becomes a narcissist by saying he or she had no choice, that he or she is just a machine whose buttons were pushed to an abusive father. When you say that I am just a different kind of machine, and I won't ignore the insult in that. Quote from Kathy's blog, from Anna Valerius said, thank you for providing the proof, Georgie. It is worrisome because the only other relative besides her deceased parents specifically mentioned in the obituary was a sister living in the same town. I worry because if that sister is a narcissist, then Kathy's work of malignant narcissism could be in even more danger, unless Kathy had the foresight to take measures to protect her work. Anna Valerius said, the links will be posted in the video description. This post sounds all the world like Kathy is describing something that happened to her, perpetrated by her sister. The non-narcissist sister in this story is described as being 55 years old with a bad heart and pneumonia. Kathy didn't turn 56 until just a few days before her death. She doesn't even say definitively that the story is about her and her sister, but it must be. Yikes. I wonder why she was still living just across the street from her sister. Kathy mentions that the evil sister had stolen the other sister's inheritance and could have her eye on the copyrights as well. Makes me wonder what the real story is behind Kathy's untimely passing. Anna Valerius said, the UL was job, etc. Post, how to kill your sister and get away with it. Toby said, here's another indication of her sister in the mirror of a parent's eye. February 6, 2006. One quote, one narcissist I knew was so successful at viewing others as part of the furniture that in 50 years never did learn to distinguish his dollars. He never got names straight. Half the time, he called Terry Terry and Kathy Ketty. Often, it was worse than that. He'd sometimes get halfway through a rant and say, Terry, before he'd use the name, and Kathy would have to tell him what her name was. Over the phone, he'd keep forgetting which one he was talking to. Though they were different as night and day, one was a narcissist between parentheses, they were both the same to him. If he ran into one of them in an unusual setting, such as in the grocery store or on the street, he would stand gaping at her as though wondering why that woman was looking at and approaching him. Equal didn't recognize his own dollar between commas until she sat down and started talking to him. Quote, I'm really worried about what had happened to Cassie. The links will be posted in the video description. So what is in the heart said? Quote, how to kill your sister and get away with it. I thought those were just stories used as examples. Quote, make me wonder what the real story is behind Kathy's untimely passing. Yeah, I've been worrying too. If her sister is in fact an N and lived across the street. And for narcissists, okay? What about her father? He's dead, right? Kathy was no one's fault. If she was using her own familial experience, then wouldn't it have been safer to use a fake name? Only thing is that people with NPD lack self-awareness, so even if they knew about her blog, they'd simply assume that she's talking about others, right? Or they wouldn't care that she had to say what she had to say unless they blame her for people finally dumping them. Like I said, I thought those were example stories, not her factual life. Barbara said, Kathy wrote extensively on tennis. She a few books to her credit. Additionally, I am sure she made her feelings about the ends in their family and their behavior well known. She saw no reason to use a pen name. She had income from the books too. She was very fearless. Anna Valerio said the obituary says she died suddenly in her home. No cause of death given. Anonymous said the blog certainly contains some dark and ominous entries. There was also a reference to poor health. Thank you for making this effort, Anna. Now my final comment. I will say it louder enough so that you understand. My personal conclusion from all that I have read on Kathy Krajco so far. They pick someone to slowly kill. If you don't commit suicide, not going crazy, and they are not capable of causing your death indirectly, this not by lack of volition to do it from their part, then you have to deal with health issues which cause a premature death and therefore are causing your premature death. Many paths have come right out and made bold public declarations that they will not rest until you are locked up, put away, homeless, times. My rich life experience is validating my conclusion. This is coming from me. Health issues caused by narcissist abuse. It is now conclusive in my mind, from a firm belief to a conclusion. Thanks for listening. I'm not going to allow any comments on my channel anymore. Take care.
Yeah.